Thank you so much, Master. So let us proceed with our first session of the day. Our first session is the Unlocking Toastmasters Brand Guideline session. I believe most of us, if you're not all VPVRs here, when designing poster, we have some issues with the brand guideline. Something you may be constantly hanging on top of your head, thinking how we want to design this poster. So no worries. As for this first session, we will have an extremely experienced Toastmaster to help us on that. Our speakers served as the district public relation team graphic lead twice. He had held position of division PR manager multiple times. Not only that, he has also extensive experience in managing and promoting Toastmaster International brand. He has successfully navigated the approval process for Toastmaster trademark material and has very deep understanding and adherence to the Toastmaster International branding standards. So I don't want to drag your time any much more. Without any further ado, let us all put our hands together and welcome motivation speaker, level 3, Toastmaster Chester Lim. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Day, 𝙤𝙤𝙥𝙖𝙘𝙠𝙞𝙀. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and friends, or should I call fellow ambassadors, brand ambassadors, because I want to acknowledge your presence for being here. And my session will be 20 minutes, and the purpose is to share with you some of the updates in the latest Toastmasters brand manual, followed by examples of how to submit trademark use requests. And at the end of my session, there will be a quiz to gauge your level of understanding of TI branding. So let's get started. First, I'd like to ask all of you, why is brand compliance important? Yeah, so you can take a few seconds to think about it. Okay, let me share my real face.
Hi, Chester.
Hi. Okay, for me, I have 3 points. I call it C, S-E-E. The first is S, is to structure marketing campaigns so that the element stays on the brand, because we want to be consistent when it comes to branding. And the second E is to ensure. So ensure that the brand looks and feels consistent in both traditional and also digital communications. And the final E, execute. Brand content with the correct imagery, logo, colors, and also fonts. So Toastmasters International has provided us all the resources that we need. We just need to access to the TI website, and you can access to all these materials. You can access to their brand portal. You can download Toastmasters logo and design elements. You can download the brand manual. Now they have changed the brand manual. It's all online, but you can download the materials from there. And also lastly is the Toastmasters branded images. So if let's say you want to get any images that is relevant to Toastmasters, you can always use that link and download those photos. And one thing, how do we stick or stay consistent in using Toastmasters International brand? We can use this key, which is Cliff. This one is what I learned from District 51, and I like to bring it here also to let everyone knows, which is Cliff. Thank you, our Zoom master. Okay, so the first C, what do you think the first C is? Can anyone share? You can share in the chat. You can also unmute yourself to share.
Commercial.
Commercial.
The first C is clarity.
Clarity. Compliance. Okay, let's minimize it to the elements that we will use in designing a poster. Color, yes, correct. So the first C is color. How about L? What do you think L is?
Layout.
Line, logo, yes, correct. Okay. Yes, thank you. Yes, the L is logo. How about I? Image. Yes, correct. Everyone is so smart. How about the first F? There's two F here. Font, correct. And the final one is frame. Almost there. It's a 6 letters word. Figure free. Okay, let me review the answer. It's format. So what type of format you will be exporting or saving as? Right, so let's start with colors. So the right side is the previous color that you can see. And the primary colors, we have 3 colors, which is true maroon, royal blue, and also cool gray. And now the accent color is happy yellow. So in addition to the latest brand guideline, they added 2 colors inside, which is black and white. But this is not primary color. They didn't really mention when to use it. But I believe if you are creating any poster in any situation, black and white is always there, I would say. But they are not the primary colors. So just to clarify, even though they added into the guideline, but the primary color is still these 3, which is true maroon, royal blue, and cool gray. And we have gradient colors as well. So these are the 3 types of gradient you can use when you are creating your posters. You can see that if you are using the maroon gradient, it's a bit different from their original color because they are using a deep maroon for the dark color and rich maroon for the light color, because the primary color is true maroon. So this one is a bit different. But for the blue one, you have royal blue, which is the primary color, and also the blissful blue for the lighter tone. As for the gray gradient, cool gray is used, and also fair gray for the light color. So this one is just a refresher to all of you. I believe you all have seen the brand manual before. And transparency, so far there is no changes in the transparencies that they have allowed, which is you can use a white opacity of 70% overlay to the royal blue gradient, or you can overlay it with the true maroon linear gradient. And you can also switch, which is cool gray as the bottom swatch, and then overlaid by the royal blue with a 70% opacity. So that's all about the colors. And for the second one, L logo. So there are new additions to the logo, which is our Centennial logo, the 100 years in Toastmasters. So these are just 1 or 2 examples. They have a generic one where you can download, which is only like Toastmasters International, and they have a specific one for each district. So for example, District 102, they have logo for this as well. And usually for their logo, they will provide 3 kinds of color, which is full color, grayscale, and also white. So for usage of the logo, when you are creating a poster that has sponsors or your corporate club, so the guideline would be you cannot use the logo side by side with any other logo with Toastmasters. So it's either in the corner or opposite side. So this one is something that we have to pay in mind when we create a poster for corporate use. And the next one is imagery. So what type of image that we can use or put the logo how do we place the logo in the image? It can be in the middle or in the corner. So there's no like specific like how you can place the logo, but as long as the background has a clear background, it doesn't really stand out from the logo. So the logo should be the one standing out. That's why your background should be either clean or you can play with the opacity. So from our understanding, it's written in the brand manual that the photography style should reflect the Toastmasters environment. So where people look engaged, empowered, and supported. Portrayed in meetings, presentations, or speeches, networking, conference training venues, and speech contests. But because we have gone through the pandemic, now it's the endemic, and now we are having online or hybrid or even physical meeting. That is why you can see that now Toastmasters is more lenient in terms of the image usage. So these are the example provided by Toastmaster International. As you can see, for online, they actually use pictures that is towards using a laptop, not so much looking like in a meeting setup. So if you're wondering whether you can use image that is not relevant to meeting, it depends on the context of what you want to communicate with your audience. And then they also provide virtual background for their 100 years, where you can download from their website. I will share you the URL. You can have a look. Oh, I cannot copy one. Never mind. I will share to you later. I thought I can copy from my slide. Okay, never mind. So after image, the first F, the fourth one is the font. So previously, the primary font would be Gotham, and the alternate free font where you can download is Montserrat, and the secondary font would be Myriad Pro, but the alternate free font would be Source Sans 3. Previously, it was called Source Sans Pro, but now it's not free anymore. They become Source Sans 3. And Arial is the tertiary font, which is in general, you can use it if you don't have these two fonts. So what are the addition to the brand manual is you have two script fonts now, and it's free to use. It's more a kind of ornate fonts that you can use to promote special events such as club anniversary or someone's birthday or celebration. It can be special occasion as well if you are having a meeting that is related to festive season. So you can use this as well. And for tertiary font, besides Arial, now they added one more, which is 𝙤𝙤𝙥𝙖𝙘 font. So this is a universal font as well. You can use it in all, whether you want to use it as primary or secondary font, if let's say you don't have these two fonts. And all is available to download in the brand manual. And finally, the format. So in the latest brand manual, you will see the logos when you want to download. They will give you three different options, which is the JPEG, PNG, and SVG. So what are the difference? For JPEG and PNG, they are both image file. And the difference is when you want to have the logo without any background, you will use the PNG file because only PNG can save it as a transparent background image. For JPEG, they can't. So when you download as a JPEG and you put the logo in, you will see there's a border, a white border or a black border behind the logo. So if you don't want the background behind the logo, remember to download the PNG file format. And you will see SVG as well. So what is SVG? It's actually a short form. It's called Scalable Vector Graphics. And it is a web friendly vector file format. And a vector means no matter how large you scale, it will never become blur. It will always be sharp and nice. And you can see from the logo and element, which is the previous link that you can download all the logos and also the badges or pins. That one, they didn't provide SVG file. They provide the EPS file, or we call it the encapsulated PostScript files. And this file is also the same type as SVG, but it's a larger format compared to SVG file. So the file size is bigger than SVG. So the difference between SVG and EPS is EPS is used more on printing rather on web-based. If it's a web-based, just use SVG file. But if you want to use it for printing in a large scale, like maybe in a billboard, that kind, then please use the EPS file format. Okay, so I have a FAQ here that I like to share with all of you. So that is one thing, because we hope that there are things that we doesn't have to request when we want to come up with certain items that requires us to put the TI logo. So in what situation we can actually put the logo without asking TI for permission, which is this one. Items that do not require include perishable items such as cakes and cookies. So things that can be eaten, you don't have to ask TI for approval. Yeah. Other than that, you can also, they also mention any marketing items. So it's all the items that is provided by TI already, like the name card, email template, or certificates that can be purchased in the shops, or even trophies. But if you want to make your own trophies, your awards, or any certificate, then you have to ask TI for approval. So you can get more info in the FAQ and also their protocol. All right, so I'd like to share with you about the trademark use request. So you can actually go to this link. Let me just share directly to my web. Trademark use request. Okay. Yeah. So this is the link. If let's say you want to apply for trademark. And how do we apply if let's say you wanted to minimize the amount of communication with TI and get the first approval? First thing, you have to put your name, your phone number, your email address. So all this is a must. For the production deadline, it's not so important. If let's say your production is next day, so you just put today's date or next day is also okay. But for integrity wise, we want to wait for their reply for the approval first before we send it out for printing. Then the next one is you can include your district number. If you are not a member, then you can put NA, and your club number. If you are not a member, you can put A as well. So country, of course, Malaysia, I think. Most of us are from Malaysia, or your own country. Then what is the reason for this request and how will it be used? So I believe this part is more crucial, where you want to explain the purpose of the things that you want to request. Why? For club event or for district event. And then here, please provide a description of the item, the material, quantity, and cost. So if you are printing t-shirt, then you give them what type of material the cloth is. Is it polo tee, linen, or silk? If it's a calendar, then you can share with them what type of paper material, what size is it, and how many quantity you want to produce, and the cost. The cost is just an estimate cost. It don't have to be like the exact cost. And also one thing is, even though they didn't ask like, please state the color use, font use, but I will say you can actually state them under here, the material. You will share with them like the TI branded font, what font I use, like Gotham, Source Pro, and even Montserrat, so that you can get the approval even smoother, I would say. And also the color use, then you just list down the TI branded colors. Just make sure that you didn't use any other colors other than TI colors. Yeah. If not, if they found out, then they might disapprove and ask you to amend it before and send them again. So you can upload the sample image to them for them to review, and just tick that you are not a robot and click submit. Then you will receive the email confirmation as well. And just wait for me, usually they are quite fast, responsive. I mean, it's like within 2 or 3 working days, then they will already send the approval to me. Okay, let me just share back my screen. Yeah, so some of the examples, like when I was designing for the district calendar, I have stated what are the descriptions, all the colors and font. So we got it quite fast. I think within 3 days we already got the approval. And certificate, when we are collaborating with NTW, so we need to come up with certificates. And this one is also very fast. Yeah, as long as it's TI colors, TI fonts, surely you can get the approval. I would say 90% of the time you get the approval, unless they feel like the purpose is not strong enough for them to approve. But I think you should most likely they will approve. Or even your jacket for the district jacket for the membership campaign. Yeah, so this one is also a one-time approval. Okay, so that is all for my sharing for today. And now let's have a quick quiz. Let me share the link with all of you. You can go to Slido, sli.do, and the code will be D102PR, or you can just click the link in the chat. Yeah. There is 7 questions. Okay, I can see you. Some of you have joined in already. We have 22 participants. Okay. So the quiz is quite simple, and it's what I've shared earlier. So I believe it's still fresh in your mind. How do I view results? Let's see who is the fastest to finish the quiz.
Excuse me, Chester.
Mm,
Hi. I went into the Slido, the link which is given in the chat group.
mm.
I pressed the link, that long line, and then they said, welcome, Melanie, Patty.
Okay.
And after that, I don't know where to go.
Okay, I start the quiz. Do you see the quiz now?
Wait, where on my handphone? Wait,
Yes.
on sunset. The quiz. No, I only see your handsome face.
You can go into Slido again.
That will be under chat, isn't it?
Yes, under the chat. And join the quiz.
All right.
How do I go to the next question?
Because
Slido again.
let's wait for the rest. I think we have about 43. So if we have 40, then I will go to the next one. Okay. Oh yeah, I have. I think I can share my screen also. Because the answer I don't think I got reviewed the answer there.
After the first question out of 7 questions, I don't know how to go to the next question.
I will move on to the next, so it will update from update.
So I go back to you, correct? I leave this link alone.
Don't leave yet. Just stay there. Stay on that screen. Yeah. So
I could only answer one question.
Yeah, we will go one by one because we also want to see how the results is.
Okay.
So the correct answer for the first question is the third one, True Maroon, Loyal Blue, and Cool Grey. I think some of you choose the first one is because you saw Happy Yellow. So Happy Yellow is not a primary color. It is an accent color. Okay. So the actual 3 primary colors is True Maroon, Loyal Blue, and Cool Grey. Yeah, I mean, white is also in the brand mirror. It's just that they are not the primary color. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Okay, I have posed the next question. So the font below are the Toastmasters branded font except Okay, most of you got the answer correct. So I believe the one that chose the first and second is maybe a member who just joined. So he haven't gone through the TI brand manual yet. Or maybe someone naughty want to give the wrong answer. All right, thank you so much. Yes, so Calibri is not the TI branded font. Let's go to the next question. Trademarks. So we want to put logo or trademarks on our club's 10th anniversary cake. Do I need to obtain the required authorization from World Headquarters? Okay, most of you say no. So for those who say yes, they are very, how to say, they are very strict to the branding guidelines. So everything they have to go through TI first. It's okay, there's no right or wrong. And authorization from district only, I will say okay also like if you want to ask a district before proceeding to the perishable items. So there's no right or wrong, but for me the answer would be no. Next question. Logo. TI logo has 3 versions. So what are the colors of the TI logo that is provided? TI logo, not the primary logo, or not the primary color. Okay, I can see that most of you got the answers correct. Why so many why got a few like to choose the Lawyer Blue? But TI didn't provide this Lawyer Blue logo color. Maybe we can ask CP to ask TI maybe to come up with Lawyer Blue logo. Okay, yeah. You say based on the Asian survey, 1/3 of them would like Lawyer Blue color for the logo.
Is it loyal blue or royal blue?
Loyal Blue, loyal.
LL for London.
Yeah.
Oh. Is there such a thing as royal blue, R for Russia?
I think so. It's
I'm
a
just
color
asking.
name. Yeah, there is. It's just that I don't sure why they name it as this
Okay.
this way.
Thank you.
So
I was a bit confused.
There is a
yeah, there
royal
is
blue.
royal blue as well.
Thank you.
All right, thank you all for your participation. Let's go to the next
What's the
question.
answer?
The answer is full color, grayscale, and white. So these are the 3 versions of the TI logo they have provided. So they didn't provide royal blue or true maroon color for the single color for TI logo.
Thank you.
Next one, the 5th question regarding image and photography. So this statement, is it correct? That the photography style should reflect the Toastmasters environment where people look engaged, empowered, and supported. Yeah, this one is in the brand guideline. So they have stated that it should reflect in an environment where people look engaged, empowered, and supported. So the answer is yes. How come the no suddenly 0 one? Can change answer one.
Because
Okay,
you
there's no
didn't,
penalty for answering it wrong.
Chester, maybe you didn't block us from answering changes the question answer.
Okay, so question number 6 for the logo. When using both TI logo and the company logo on the same page or poster, so below are the places you can put except just now I got mentioned.
Opposite page.
Okay, most of you got it correct. Yes, we cannot we are not allowed to put the logo side by side. We can put it opposite side or opposite corner side. Okay, let's move on to the final questions. So for logo, can clubs and district create their own logo or theme? This one I didn't mention, so this one is up to you to see. But in the TI manual, they got
Excuse me, just
Hmm.
I cannot press my yes, no, or subjected to TI's approval. I can't press.
Not that.
I can. Okay, now can. Thank you.
Okay.
Adoy, sorry.
Maybe the phone takes some time to load.
Adoy.
Okay, so minimal people would say yes. Maybe I think because my question is not so it's situational, but because here is mentioned clubs and district, so the answer would be no. But for district, yes, when it comes to annual conference, they can create their own theme and logo just for annual conference only. But other than that, district or clubs are not allowed to create their own logo or theme. So that is the answer. Subjected to TI approval upon request. This one is what I think also. Because I'm quite rebellious, right? So maybe we can ask TI for approval. But whether we get it or not, that's another story. Okay, so that's all for the quiz. Thank you all for participating. And that is all for my session. And I'd like to hand it over back to our Toastmaster of the day, 𝙤𝙤𝙥𝙖𝙘𝙠𝙞𝙣.
Hello,
Mm,
Mr. Ang.
Yes.
If I were to use this technique and method of, I would like to create my own border and own poster and my own subject material. Is there a way I can learn how to do this?
Perhaps Chester, would you like to answer the questions?
Sure. Thank you, Melanie, for the question. If let's say for your personal use, you wanted to create your brand, now Canva is, I think Canva would be the best platform to use now because it's free, and they also have courses or training that is free from the Canva. So they have a Canva school there as well, where you can learn how to use all these resources to come up with your brand.
Is there a way you can give us a link, or do I do it under Google? Or I'm totally new, so I'm totally lost.
Let me share the Canva link to you on the education one.
And then I will shot the screenshot and then follow it later. This one.
Let me share. Okay, I've shared the link. This one.
Under.
This is the design school where you design to explore on Canva. And they will guide you on different types of poster creation. Can be for non-profits, for printing, for education, etc. There's many more. So you all can explore this Canva link.
Thank you very much, Chester.
Questions. Can we use AI generated human photo in TI poster? Yes, to me, you can use AI generated human photo, which means we can use both the logo of the corporate organization and Toastmasters on each end of the page in case of a joint meeting. Yes, you can use your corporate logo as well as TI logo put together if it's an event that is related with Toastmasters or event that you collaborate with Toastmasters. Just make sure that the logo is not placed side by side. It's either in the corner or the opposite side.
Chester, I think we will end with these final two questions. So the one question we have is how to use Canva AI to design poster. And one more is, do members get fee waivers or discount for subscription or premium items in Canva? So I think we will end off with these two questions here.
Okay, how do I address this question? How to use Canva AI to design poster? So for me, my recommendation is you can explore the link that I shared earlier, which is the design school, because they have from beginners to intermediate and advanced. So you can start from there to learn how to use it, and slowly they will guide you on how to use the AI generative, because Canva also provide that feature as well. So do members get fee waivers? I'm not sure currently. So this one I have to get back to you. But so far I haven't heard any news about TI leveraging on fee waivers or discounts for to use Canva. Top and bottom, yes, correct. Top and bottom of the page, you can put the logo. You can even put in the corner, left corner and right corner.